Venus in Sagittarius. And let's just jump right in. In astrology, Venus symbolizes how we interpersonally relate with one another. It is what we ultimately value in life, what's going to make us feel validated. Exactly. It's also going to be our aura that we're going to present when we're getting intimately close with people. What's going to be the style of love that we're going to be most fond of, okay? That's going to be Venus. Now, astrology organizes energy by using the 4 elements. Fire symbolizes self-actualization, initiation of action, and leadership. Water symbolizes emotional intimacy, spirituality, and connection. Earth symbolizes roles that we display to one another, the hierarchy of those roles, and security that we obtain when we have gone about creating a structure. And then air is going to be community, networking, and intelligence. So when we're talking about Venus in Sagittarius, we are talking about Venus in a fire sign. This means that self-actualization, initiation of action, and leadership are going to be the real things that's going to make them, when they're relating with you, they're going to be seeking out those types of things, okay? What does it mean to be self-actualized? To be self-actualized is to have a certain envisionment of who you are inside your mind. And for that envisionment that you see as yourself to be supported by people who are around you. That's what it means to be self-actualized. Initiation of action is having a passion or a drive to do something. Doing something because it makes you feel powerful. Because you feel within you that this is the way, this is my path, this is what I'm going to do, okay? And leadership is just having a sense of charisma, a charisma about you that is just so powerful that people just want to follow you and people just gravitate toward you. So the Venus in Sagittarius, this is going to be the stuff that's going to be the most apparent thing about them. The most apparent thing about them is that they're going to have a very strong sense of self. Now, being that it's a mutable sign, there tends to be this humbling quality about the mutable energy signs, because the mutable signs, they have a understanding of the harmony and the flow of situations because they come into an environment and they adapt to that environment. So the Venus in Sagittarius person, their approach in relationships and just in relating with people, whether it's business or whatever, they're always going to do it in such a way to where they're coming in, they're seeing how other people envision themselves, how other people are wanting to be supported. They're also coming in and seeing what are people's leadership abilities, what's the fire, what's the charismatic thing about them. And then the Venus in Sagittarius is also going to be looking at, are they going after what they want? Are they pushing themselves? They're going to be very aware of the harmony, which is just a flow, how everybody in the room is flowing with energy like that. You understand? And they're going to adapt to that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be their powerhouse. That's going to be what they're going to most value in that situation, okay? So that's going to be how Sagittarius approaches relationships as a whole. Now, Sagittarius embodies the energy of the explorer as well as the missionary. Let's just kind of jump into that. The archetype of what it means to be an explorer is to mean that here it is, you are looking at the community. You are observing what the community sees and how the community views life. And you're going to have this hunger or this quest that you're going to have this epiphany about. You're going to feel like, I'm going to have to venture out of this zone, out of this environment, because I want to see if this is the world. So the Venus and Sagittarius people are people who are very, to a certain degree, they're a little cerebral. They're a little cerebral in the sense that they are very aware of how people are, why people are doing what they do. And they're going to go out and find more information and go on a quest to seek information. And as they're doing this, they're going to begin to build a self-philosophy. Okay? And as they are going about this quest, and on this mission as well, because they are also a missionary, people are going to then begin to validate them and say, you know what? You're a very wise person. There's something about what you're saying, and it makes me feel like I want to change. It makes me feel like I want to be better. I want to do better in life. So when this Venus and Sagittarius energy is truly being cultivated, and when it's truly being expressed in its perfect form, it's inspiring to people. It makes people want to go out and initiate action, change, and become a leader. It makes people inspired to do more with life. And this is what they ultimately are going to love. They're going to love culture, institutional learning, basically, like college. Okay, going to an institution and actually learning about the world, about how people do things, being introduced to new cultures, to new situations. Okay. It's going to be very apparent that when you are getting close with them, that you're getting intimate with them, that they're going to have a passion for discovering new ways of viewing the world. Okay? They're going to have a passion for philosophy. Okay? And because of this, they're also going to have an aspect about them that is going to be, they're not the person, okay, who is going to be so much about, I just want to lock on with this one person and be with this person forever. They're going to look at the bigger picture of life. The way that the Sagittarius energy looks at life is that life is about learning and is about growing and about experience. Okay? It's about discovering new people and discovering how to do things. It's more than just you, And so this higher mentality of looking at the world, it's too big to just put in a box of just having one partner for a lifetime. The Venus and Sagittarius person, they are always better when they look at things from a bigger perspective and they open doors for themselves and they open opportunities for themselves. They're always going to be better if they travel to a country here and are open to a relationship in this country. And then maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But when they have that hunger and that desire to go venture out and to learn more and to do more with their life, they are going to go ahead and leave, And maybe this person will come or maybe this person won't come. But that's life, As a mutable sign, the mutable signs understand that there is a beginning, an end, and a continuation of things, okay? But there is a beginning and an end ultimately, in life. There will come a day where this will no longer be the situation, okay? And a lot of energies and a lot of other signs that can make them feel unsettled. They can feel like that this person doesn't truly like love them per se, or want to be with them per se, because why are they leaving me? Why are they going out here and looking for other people, for other people's advice? Why don't they just come and listen to me? I'm the person who loves them. I'm the person who's with them. You have to understand that the Sagittarius energy does not see things in that way because it's limited, okay? And you too, when you channel your energy, when you channel your understanding of the world, you will understand that the world is bigger than your backyard and your group and your circle. And if you truly had a higher perspective of how much is out here and how much opportunity and people are out here, you probably wouldn't lock yourself in that type of situation either. So this is why the Venus and Sagittarius people tend to have a lot of issues sometimes with relationships, because they're misunderstood. Okay? And that is going to be something that they're just going to have to learn to become confident and secure in. That yes, in life, some people will not see the bigger picture. Okay? Some people will understand completely where you're coming from, and some people will not. They will not see the bigger picture. And so guess what? You are just a cloud floating away from their sky, you know? And that's how you should approach it. I come in and I fade out. And that's just your purpose. That is how you are supposed to be in relationships. You are your best self when you are doing that. When you try to go against who you are, when you try to go against what is in your nature to do, you will find that you won't be happy. You will be depressed. And your Sagittarius energy fire will start to feel depleted and drained. And it's not healthy for you, you know? So there will always come that day where that will end. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if in the moment you don't feel like, when you start to feel like your inner being is being compromised in a relationship, it's in your nature to leave. So always know that when you start to feel that change, when you start to put your ear to the grindstone and hear that train coming, okay, it's time for you to start getting your stuff ready, because that is your life. You know, your life is going to be understanding that is coming, you know. It's time for me to go. You know, I'm a wanderer.